Hello viewers, welcome to Mythology. In this video, I'll introduce you to the concept of sericulture and its discovery. This is a Chinese legend that tells us about the discovery of silk. It was almost 5000 years ago, or by the 2696 BC, that an empress, Zi Luangxi, the wife of a semi-mythical emperor, Huang Di, accidentally discovered silk. One morning, rather a spring morning, while she was strolling in a garden and admiring the beauty of nature, it so happened that something fell into her cup of tea from a tree. She was horrified and jumped out of her place. Her attendants rushed to her to wipe off the stain of the tea, but she stopped them. Do you know why? This is because the empress saw a lovely web of something exquisite, shining threads on her dress over the spilled tea, which she had never seen before. She picked up the thread and she went to the emperor to report it. The emperor had a beautiful idea of getting the thread loomed, and indeed it was worked out with an exquisite pattern for the empress. It was actually the discovery of silk, and the people in that kingdom, they celebrated it with great feasting and rejoicing. The Chinese wanted to keep this discovery as a closely guarded secret. But later, when commercial relationships were established between China and the rest of the world, the knowledge of silk started spreading far and wide. The archaeologists' finding about the discovery of silk dates back to 6000 or 7000 years old, when they found a small ivory cup carved with a silkworm design, a spinning tool, a silk thread, and some fabric fragments from sites along the river Yangtze. Initially, silk was considered a royal luxury, hence, reserved exclusively for the ruler. How silk arrived in India, there are two different opinions about it. Silk was thought to have been brought to India by the Buddhist monks from China through Khotan and spread to Tibet when a Chinese princess wore a headdress containing the silkworm eggs and the cocoons. This Chinese princess, called the Wen Cheng of the Tang dynasty, who married the king Songtsen Gompo of Tibetan Empire. The second opinion is about its introduction in India by Tipu Sultan, that is the ruler of Karnataka. Today, Karnataka is the biggest silk producing center in India, and this was believed that about 2.5 centuries ago, Tipu Sultan had introduced the silk industry in Karnataka. In those early days, silk was produced from a silk moth called Bombyx mori. This was a flightless moth which could be domesticated. It used to lay around 500 eggs in 5 days and then died.